Secure 65 health plans.
Have you guys noticed that everywhere you look these days, somebody on social media is talking about a so-called wealth cheat code? The phrase is buy, borrow, die. The idea seems simple. Buy assets, borrow against them tax-free, use the money to fund your lifestyle. Then, when you pass away, your children inherit everything with a step up in basis and avoid a lot of taxes. Okay, now on the surface, that sounds brilliant, right? But before you start thinking you've discovered a secret formula that wealthy people don't want you to know, let's talk about what often gets left out of those 30-second social media videos. Okay, so the problem isn't the borrowing and has never been. The problem is what happens after the borrowing. Make sense? So let's use a simple example. Suppose you own a home worth $5 million. Over the years, you borrow several $1,000,000 against that property to fund your fabulous lifestyle. Maybe it's vacations, maybe it's vehicles. Maybe it's simply maintaining a higher standard of living. Eventually, you pass away, okay? And yes, your heirs may receive the benefit of a step up in basis, and that's true. But they don't inherit a debt-free asset. If the home is worth $5 million and there's $3 million in debt attached to it, what is really left? Okay, simple, about $2 million. The question becomes, did you build wealth or did you slowly spend a large portion of your wealth before your family ever received it? That's the conversation many influencers simply skip. Now, don't misunderstand me, okay? Borrowing is not evil, never has been. In fact, leverage has helped create tremendous wealth throughout history. 1 trillion, I think, for someone we know. The difference is how the borrowed money is used. If you borrow against an asset and use that money to buy something that depreciates over time, you've reduced your future net worth. But if you borrow against an asset and use the proceeds to acquire another income producing asset, that's a completely different story. So let me give you an example. Imagine borrowing against one property to purchase additional rental properties. Okay. Now the borrowed money is working for you. The new assets may appreciate. They may generate income. They may create cash flow. Okay. And that cash flow can help fund the lifestyle you want without what? Consuming the value of your original asset. That is much closer to how many successful investors actually think, not influencers, you guys. Another concern that rarely gets discussed is the risk. What happens if the stock market falls? What happens if real estate values decline? What happens if interest rates stay elevated? Okay, people who borrow against brokerage accounts can face what they call margin calls. Okay, people who borrow heavily against real estate can find themselves carrying debt that really becomes too difficult to manage. A strategy that looks brilliant during a strong market can become painful during a downturn. And that's why I get super concerned when I hear people present buy, borrow, die as a universal solution. Because guess what? There is no universal solution. Every strategy has trade-offs. Every strategy has risks. And every strategy requires careful planning. So the biggest lesson I want you to take away today is this. There is no wealth cheat code, okay? Wealth is built by owning productive assets, generating income, controlling debt, and making thoughtful long-term decisions. Borrowing can be a powerful tool when it's used wisely, but borrowing simply to fund a lifestyle can create problems that show up years later for you and your family. So, before following advice from a social media guru, take the time to understand the math behind the message and schedule some time with the real professionals in the space. And yes, I'm on social media, but I'm also the CEO of Bivix Wealth and Insurance Solutions and have been heavily invested in insurance, finance, legal, and senior advocacy for more than 3 decades. So I feel a little confident I can help you too. Because when it comes to wealth building, understanding the whole story is a lot more valuable than believing in a few shortcuts on TikTok and Instagram. So, you guys, if you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Secure 65 Health Plans. Share this video with someone you love and who has been hearing all about Buy, Borrow, and Die. And let's keep having honest conversations about money, retirement, and protecting the people we love. I'm Monet Swan.
Secure 65 health plans where seniors thrive.